Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Stellos Stadium on what has become a beautiful Saturday night, and it's a great night for football. I'm Tom King, along with Jason Roby. Tonight, we've got a real big treat for you. We've got Nashua North coming in at 101, and this is Bishop Guertin's home opener. The Cardinals are also 101. The city rivalry is resumed, and if you remember last year's game, there were, it was much later, a lot more on the line, top seed, conference title, and all that. It was a fabulous game. This should be a good one tonight, Jason Roby.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Tom. We'll talk about that, but I want to direct your attention down to the 50-yard line where tonight Bishop Guertin is doing Project Blackout. It's very similar to what Wyndham High School does, and it's basically done to support cancer survivors and those fighting cancer. And you can see a young lady out there standing next to the Bishop Guertin captains. That is Evelyn. She's a 5-year-old from Amherst, New Hampshire, and on November 21st of last year, she was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. She's a fighter. We're blessed to have her here and her family with us today, so that is why you see Evelyn out there. Bishop Guertin will receive the opening kickoff, and Nashua North will do the honors. But Miss Evelyn getting a well-deserved round of applause as she gives fist bumps to the captains and the officials, and it really puts into perspective, Tom, that this is just a game.
Sure does.
We're talking about, a young lady who's given a tremendous fight. So we are all here to support you, Evelyn, and we wish you nothing but the best.
Sure does. And Bishop Guertin had 2 other games earlier today for this cause. They had field hockey and they had girls soccer and boys soccer. This is the 4th Guertin game of the day here, all with the special uniforms.
So is this your 4th national anthem coming up, Tom?
No, this is my first. They didn't do the national. It was my 2nd. I did Campbell football this morning.
There it is. So a man about town is Tom King. We will take this time out as the Bishop Guertin Band performs our national anthem. We'll be right back after the anthem.
All right. Thank you to the Bishop Guertin Marching Band.
Well, right now, Bishop Guertin, the way their offense is running, they go with Mike McDonough. I haven't seen them, so I don't know a lot of the particulars, but McDonough threw for over 200 yards in a half in Maine this past weekend in Scarborough. Yeah. So, of course, Nashua North, you say they're going to have a new starting quarterback tonight.
Well, you're talking about McDonough. He's a gunslinger, right? He chucks it around the yard. So I believe that the North secondary is going to be tested tonight. We'll see if they can get any pressure on McDonough, how quickly he can get rid of that ball. We've been told that John Canaway will probably get the start tonight for Nashua North. We've also been told that there have been some changes on the offensive line to try and get some of that run game going. So we'll have to wait and see.
Neither North nor South this year are happy with their rushing attack as it has started out.
I'm going to show you this right here, Tom. Number 51 is Darius Smith. A week ago, I believe he was 22.
Yeah, he's going to be on the offensive line. I'll tell you, he is on the line, and Chad Zabola suggested that to me a week ago. All right, Jason Roby, they're going to kick it off. I got to head down. down on the field for camera duty. I'll be back up probably by the second quarter.
That is Tom King. He's going to go do one of his very many jobs, many irons in the fire. That kick goes just to the edge of the goal line. It'll be returned there, brought over to the near sideline. A great tackle on that play. That was Will Helmke, the junior, on that return, and he is swallowed up by the coverage team. And that was a great job of kicking by North. They kicked it to the far hash, and BG chose to return it to the field. So he had to run a good 30 yards before he could start to get vertical. And by that time, Nashua North made up the difference. All right, as we mentioned, McDonough in the shotgun. He'll employ double wides on either side. Tight split here on the left hash. One-step drop throw, and the slant is caught in the hole between the linebackers and the safety. And that pass is complete. And that looked like Cody Szymanski with the good hands. It was a quick hit, and they wrapped him up, but good enough for a first down. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals from the 24. As Tom King mentioned, both teams with a 1-1 record. We'll talk about those games. This formation is called ace, where the Y end is on the line of scrimmage. A little funnel screen there is complete. Lost it for a minute, but that funnel screen was complete to Helmke. So he returned the opening kickoff. It's a pickup of about 4 on the play, so it'll be a 2nd down and 6. No huddle. They'll use the wristband system. They'll set up in trips to the left, split end to the right. The F, or the halfback, is to McDonough's right. McDonough looking to throw now, and does. And if you're this Nashua North secondary, they'll dink and dunk you all the way down the field. You'd be wise to stop your back pedal and just clear your cleats, buzz your feet, as that pass looked like it was complete to Connor Lennon. And that is the 3rd receiver that McDonough has found here so far tonight. So 3 out of 3, 2nd down and 9. Or excuse me, 1st and 10 for the Cards. They move the sticks there. And they'll fire off the ball here, and it'll go wide, and it's a sweep, and it's a good job of filling the lane in the alley there, as number 27, A.J. Holmes, got the speed sweep to the right side, and coming up from his safety position, looked like Jonathan Torres was there. 10-20. And we'll see the replay here. The first man on the scene, I believe it was number 6, Luke Peters, and allowed the rest of the cavalry to come. Ball's on the right hash. So we get ace to the right, wide slot to the left. The F is to McDonough's right. It's a pass block all the way. And that would have been a pick 6 had that ball been up just a tad higher. You might see it on the replay here. Pete Johnson working our replays as Luke Peter drives that ball. And thankfully, it was to the backfield shoulder of the receiver. Otherwise, we may be going the other way for 6. And that's exactly correct. Szymanski had to dive back towards the line of scrimmage to make that reception. And we'll watch the offensive line. They're giving up right now, whether this is run or pass here. They vertical set right away. And they got an open man down the corner. There's nobody there. Broken coverage for the Titans as Helmke was running all by himself. And the coach in me would say, keep running. You'll watch the replay here. They faked the little jailbreak screen. 3 guys jumped the jail screen, and Helmke is running all by himself. As a coach, you tell your receiver, keep pumping your arms till you get there. Never reach out. Keep running to the spot and then catch it. That was 6. So Titans very fortunate there. That'll set up a 4th and down. So you go from a touchdown to a 4th down. Punt is away. It's a rainmaker, but it is a beautiful night. A fair catch called there. Barry muffs it and is able to come up with the play. He did make the fair catch, which allowed him a little bit of clearance. That was John Barry Jr. able to cover up that muff, and Titans will set up shop. 1st and 10 from about their own 23-yard line. So if this is a tight one, BG going to look back at that first possession and say, wow, you keep jumping that funnel screen, you better not forget the vert by number 2. We call that wrong guy deep, and no one had the wrong guy deep. 1st and 10, double wide slot for North. And they'll try to establish the run, and they won't have anything to do with that, as it looked like first on the scene was Jackson Goldstein swallowing up the ball carrier, Steven Rosario. North made some changes on their front five, but they've only had a week to work together, so it remains to be seen how they gel. It is a work in progress. In motion comes Peters. They'll run the speed sweep to the outside, and he cut it up a little bit early, and again, Goldstein is there, and he is a very busy young man thus far. Can't miss him, wearing the red cleats and the red gloves there to go along with the black shirts. Once again, it is a blackout cancer night tonight, as BG makes some wholesale changes, maybe a nickel package being employed here. Shotgun snap. Ball away, and a little too much on that one. Ball was intended for Barry, and it went off of his hands. He had a little bit of running room, so can't always pass, just a little bit off the mark. And it'll be a 3 and out for the Titan offense. They actually lost a yard on that possession, so it'll be 4th and 11. BG will employ twin safeties deep to receive. It'll be Helmke and Balistreri.
Balistreri and Helmke deep for the Cardinals.
Titans in their punt formation. It's a good snap. Ball is away. It's a rainmaker, but it went off the side of his foot. And it'll roll dead at about the 43-yard line.
Aceveto's punt is down.
I think Darius Smith did the honors there. So Smith, a busy man, offensive lineman, defensive lineman, punter.
8:01 in the first quarter.
Turned out to be a little bit of a blustery day here, but the winds have kind of subsided as Hurricane Lee made its way towards Maine. So the weather that we could have gotten, fortunate to not get. Second possession for Bishop Guertin. McDonough calling signals. Ace formation to the left. He'll roll right, fire, and that one just a little too high, as Titans are content to be tight on their coverages. That one was intended for Helmke. See here on the replay, it's just a quick little speed out. He'll sit down right in that window. And what he is doing and what he is taught is, they're not playing man-to-man. You find the soft spot in that zone and you just sit down, and that's a good scheme and it's good coaching. 2nd and 10. Motion will come back towards the boundary. Motion to trips. We'll expect some kind of out and up here. Under pressure, McDonough throws it. That one is intercepted. There is a penalty flag on the play. That's usually where we get offensive holding. But a great drive on that ball, and it looked like it was Peters. We'll check that flag on the backside towards the 40-yard line. And that is just your level rules. You're going to have one route short, one route at the intermediate level, and one route deep. And the Titans just got their butts to the boundary and waited for the work to come to them. Well done by the Titans. That play will be, and you'll see it on the replay here, as again, there's your rollout, 3 levels, and 2 guys are on the same level, and a little communication snafu by them. That interception was Luke Peters. So the first turnover of the game gives the Titans possession on about the 33-yard line. 1st and 10. Canaway will keep the ball on his own. He's got a lane, and there is another penalty flag on this play. So we'll see if there's a hold or a legal motion. They're talking to a North captain, but something tells me this one is going to go against the team in white. We'll see how this stacks up. Or maybe there's no flag. It's going to be against North. We have not gotten a call yet. We saw the near side official signal that it was against North. They were going to back it up, but there's still some discussion. Yeah, you have an illegal shift on the Titans. So you may have had 2 men in motion on that particular play. They used the motion. Here it comes on the replay, and I didn't see it, but Then again, that's why I'm up here. Canaway kept that one. That play is called, it looked like potentially just a nice read by Canaway if it wasn't designed. So it's going to be a first down, and this is the longest illegal shift adjustment I have ever seen. So it's going to be first down and about 11. So I'm not sure they're backing them up even. Okay, so it's a first down and 15 because the play, it was a first and 10. So it was a first and 10, and now it'll be first and 15. They'll wind the clock. Much ado about nothing. And I could hear Chad Zabolis yelling from up here, and they will get back together and discuss things. The Titan coaching staff is confused on exactly what happened here. I believe the penalty was a first.
All right, first and 15 for the Titans.
It was a first down penalty, so it would just be a 5-yard penalty. All right, can't get those 18 minutes back, Pete Johnson. Okay. In motion comes Peters. He'll reverse field. He'll hesitate. They'll run it back into the boundary. No, it'll be Canaway again. They tried to fake the power back to the left-hand side with Peters, and Canaway finds the sledding extremely tough as he goes short side. And Guertin was waiting there for him as we see the replay. Nice double team at the point of attack, and the guard gets through the hole but kind of misses the man there.
Gain of 1, second down.
So as you watch that back on replay, it's actually a pretty nice design, and I'm sure the Titans will go back to it if they see it, because if they get that one block, Canaway's still running. Okay, ace formation of their own. Canaway, 2-step drop, flings it, and another crossing route, and that one was intended for Josh Bozek. He was wide open. And it appears that they're using their mesh concepts here are the Titans, and the stuff is open. They're just not hitting the receivers. So we've seen the both quarterbacks throwing the ball a little bit behind the receivers, a little bit high at times, and that could be, there could be some wind, residual effects of Hurricane Lee. It looks relatively calm as we try and find the flags here. Nothing seems to be blowing. Canaway. A deeper drop, he'll step up in the pocket, he loses the football, that ball's rolling around, and Bishop Guertin gonna come away with it. So Canaway, a tough start for him. Ball on the carpet, that was number 27, A.J. Holmes on that recovery. So each team now with one turnover. You'll see here in the replay, they set up the pocket, Canaway, he steps up into the pocket, nice job, but he just holds that ball too low. You want to have that ball up at least by your chin or by your ear hole so that you can get rid of it. He was carrying it down near his hip, and his knee may have hit it. So that fumble will give the Cardinals a first and 10. They'll set up in their ace formation. Twins to the right and left. Taking another deep shot up the field. And I'm going to tell you right there, they're going to say he caught the ball. We're going to take a look at the replay. The coverage was provided by Dylan Noble, and it was a really good catch here by Szymanski. Regardless, we'll see if the cameraman gets it. Ball is thrown up. Nice job. Yes, he is actually inbounds. That is a great catch. And Szymanski actually had to turn around for that football, and he did a nice job. It was pretty good coverage on the play. They wanted an offensive pass interference, but none coming. So first and 10 on the deep ball. And a nice run up the middle. Titans tried to bring some pressure off the edge, which opened up the middle. Sam Fayed on the carry, rather. You'll see the Titans bring 5. And they just reach right. They cover up both linebackers. Fayed is not touched till second level. So they obviously saw something in the booth there, getting their lineman. It's a pretty easy read for the defense by watching the lineman, but easier said than done when you got two big guys running at you. So twins to both sides. The F is to McDonough's left. One step, fires across the middle. And that one thrown behind. That was intended from Connor Lennon. The one thing you don't want to do, especially if you're going to play cover 0 in any league, is make sure you line up outside shade, because they get one step inside and it's 9 times out of 10 a touchdown. Titans fortunate there. It looked like a cover 0 all the way, and it will appear that that may or may not be the case here. We'll see. Any motion will let us know. Nope, vertical set by the line. Quick out route is short hopped, and that's a tough throw for a high school football player under pressure. Ball's on the left hash, and they're asking McDonough to throw it all the way across the field to the right hash. He one hops that one. So he's got great arm strength, and it doesn't help when you're throwing off your back foot. But that's a tough one. And McDonough's got a great arm, but that's a tough one to expect anybody to be able to complete. That'll set up a 3rd and 10. Got to believe this is 4-down territory for the Cards. It'll be a vertical set again. So you know pass run pre-snap. They get some pressure on him. They're looking for a hole. This is McDonough. He takes off to the left corner, and he is in. So McDonough feels the rush, steps up, and there is nobody to the Bishop Guertin sideline. He outraces the defenders. They're going to call him out at the 1. There must have been a near side official. We'll check it here on the Nashua ETV replay. McDonough surveying the field to the right. Titans had great coverage over there. Here's McDonough running down the left sideline, and yeah, there it is. Great job by Dylan. Get to the chopper. Smith up on the roof. Nice job up there, Dylan. Give that man a raise. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 1 for the Cardinals. It was correct. Rich McDonough, the quarterback's dad, asking if it was correct, and it absolutely was. I say let them carry it again. They do, and this time, hard to run out of bounds when you bring it right up the gut.
Touchdown Cardinals, 6-0 Bishop Guertin.
And McDonough just got pushed, got a big push from his offensive line, and he is in for 6. You'll see here on the ETV replay, they'll line up in a wing I formation, and they'll just get a big push up right up the middle behind big number 73. That was Sam Fox, and in they go. And I will say to my fellow ETV announcer, Rich McDonough, he wasn't out of bounds that time. The kick is up, and it is good. So it is 7-0 here with 5:27 to go in the first quarter. So each team with a turnover here in the early going. Bishop Guertin able to capitalize on the North miscue. And McDonough does the honors. Once again, want to remind everybody that this is Blackout Cancer Night. It is Project Blackout. They will want to turn out the lights on childhood cancer. We were joined by a guest, 5-year-old Miss Evelyn from Amherst, New Hampshire. She was out there for the coin toss, did a fantastic job. I want to welcome her and her family to Stellos Stadium. And she's going to see a good one tonight. Bishop Guertin now will do the honors and kick off. This is Connor Lennon to put his right foot into the ball. Pair of Titans deep, set to return. That one's going to go to Peters. He'll catch it, and he'll do the right thing and go right up the middle. And as a result, and I'll tell you right there, he gets to about the 20, I'm going to say the 28-yard line. And that was a situation, and you'll watch it here on the ETV replay. Instead of running all the way back across the field, he gets to the near hash and heads vertical, and that's what you got to do. So Titans 1st and 10 from their own, we'll call it the 28-yard line. Jason Roby calling the action for you for Nashua ETV. My partner Tom King is probably down at the chicken truck. I don't know, Pete, getting something down there, taking pictures. Canaway hands it off. No, he doesn't. He keeps it. Long, lumbering stride, and met there at the point of attack by 4. Bishop Guertin Cardinals. And they weren't fooled on that one. Looked like Holmes, number 27, was Johnny on the spot, as well as Sam Ronzio for the Cardinals. 2-yard gain. And now they'll give a pistol look here where The running back sets up behind the quarterback. Not quite a pistol, still spread in terms of splits. And that was number 34, Steven Rosario, up the gut.
Rosario going right side.
So the run game. Chad Zabolis wants to establish that run game to help set up the passing game. Meanwhile, Bishop Guertin kind of does just the opposite. They run the passing game to set up their running game. So they do both line up in spread, but different styles offensively here. Big third down for the Titans. A 3rd and 6 situation, a long 6. Canaway, little screen, and it was well played. They had to block one guy, and they didn't do it. There were 3-4 Bishop Guertin Cardinals around the quarterback, and they were probably all saying, uh-oh. But the one guy that stayed home, and you'll see it here on the replay, number 6 is Miller Nichols. He's the only guy that sniffs this out. If Miller Nichols isn't there, it probably is a pretty good situation for Gavin Atkinson. But that'll set up a 4th and 2. We'll see what the Titans do here. They will go for it. It could be a quick kick. And we're going to get an offsides, and that's the one thing that as a coach will drive you absolutely bonkers. You're going to do everything you can to try to get the other team to jump off sides so you can get a freebie, and that's exactly what the Titans did. So, 1st and 10, I'm sure head coach nailing the new head coach over at Bishop Guertin has a few choice thoughts on that one. You never want to give free downs to your opponent, especially a team that is as quick strike as this Titan team can be. Trips to the left, split end to the right, and it again will be a handoff and a little extracurricular there after the whistle.
Canaway keeps hit hard there by
And nice tackle once again by Holmes. And this Bishop Guertin team has this Titan offense read pretty well. They are in the tackling lanes before the play can even start to develop. So that's either really good scouting or you just, you have a feel for what you're doing. And almost a neutral zone infraction again. We called that brick, where we tried to get the other team to jump off sides. They almost get Guertin again. Quick one-step drop, turning upfield, but nice tight coverage. The pass was complete to Atkinson, but the coverage was provided by Ronan Balistreri. It'll set up a manageable 3rd and about 6 for the Titans. And at this point, you went for it on a 4th down with a brick play before. You have to believe if it's 3rd and 6 and you're willing to go for it on 4th, that's 3 yards a pop. We'll see if the Titans can do it. Rolling to his left, firing, and nobody there. And the Titans had 2 guys on the same plane as Luke Peters was trailing the intended receiver, John Barry Jr. Titans looking over to the sideline, and you could hear Coach Zabolis just yell out punt. So he will kick this one away, at least on the surface, that's what it appears to be. So once again, it'll be number 51 for the Titans, Darius Smith, back to punt. This time only one safety deep for the Cardinals, and it'll be Cody Szymanski.
Acevedo into punt for the Titans. Szymanski back for the Cards.
I think we got to get Rich McDonough a new roster. That is a rocket shot, and it takes a BG roll. Can they keep it out of the end zone? No, they cannot. It's going to be a touchback. It was a great punt, and it rolls just onto the, it didn't even get into the end zone. It hit the goal line, I believe, so that one's going to come out to the 20. And we'll get Rich McDonough this new Nashua North roster. I know a guy, Rich. That's why I have one. Yes, sir. Anytime, my friend. 1st and 10, Bishop Guertin, McDonough, bark and sing. There's going to be a pass again. And that one is airmailed. And McDonough, and again, quarterback seemed to be throwing a little high and a little behind the receivers here, as that pass was intended for number 5, Sam Franco. Titans providing decent coverage there on that speed out. Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching Nashua ETV. Jason Roby here. Pete Johnson's our executive producer. And you are watching Bishop Guertin and Nashua North High School. Run up the gut is to number 27, A.J. Holmes. He is stacked up beyond the line of scrimmage. He'll pick up about 2 on the play. That'll set up a 2nd down and 8 for the Cardinals. You see the replay here. A decent push up front, but a nice job by the Titans. Looked like that was number 77, Danuel Morales, and number 9, Gavin Atkinson, on that tackle. Could have also been Luke Peters in the mix. McDonough now. Tosses one, and again, that one is airmail, but it is caught. And once again, you're going to watch here on replay as you see number 2, Jonathan Torres, beat inside. You can't give up the inside leverage. So first down, and you'll watch here on the replay, you'll watch him backpedal, and now the route comes inside. You have a height advantage. It's decent coverage. He comes with the long arm, but a little bit longer leverage there by number 8, Connor Lennon. 1st and 10, Cardinals. McDonough, here comes your funnel screen. They got something cooking. It'll pick up about 6. Interestingly enough, the funnel screen didn't appear to block anybody as the linebackers were there. They weren't fooled. That funnel screen came so fast, there was no play action per se. You'll watch here on the replay. They just all take off on this funnel screen, and good pursuit by the Titans. We have a face mask call against the Titans. So Nashua North getting called for a face mask at an inopportune time. There's really no good time to get called for a face mask, I suppose. The officials will march it off, and it's going to be a huge first down as now the Cardinals are getting further into Titan territory. 1st and 10 from the North 36.
36-yard line for another Cardinal first down.
They're going to go back to the I formation. It's a wing left split I formation. Oh, and a little quarterback rumbling, bumbling, stumbling, hands it off. Little spinner series. That was 27, A.J. Holmes.
All the way down.
And another Guertin first down. So you'll see here. And that's a little single wing action there for you throwback fans. If you happen to watch some of that stuff, good look. So they'll go the opposite side look. It'll be a wing right, I, split end over here. And the same play to the other side. And once again, that's Holmes. And no answer for the same identical play to the mirrored side for the Titans. You see all of the bulk there. And it is an unbalanced line for those of you who aren't noticing. They go guard, tackle, tackle over, split end. So, and I don't know, Pete, if we can get a replay on that, but if you get a chance to see it, it's an unbalanced line. At least that's the way it appears first vision for me. I'm sure it won't be the last time they run it. We can certainly take a look at it on the next play. That's the end of the first quarter. It is 7-0 Bishop Guertin, and they are threatening here to start the second. They're using a single wing power eye type look, and they're going with what looks like, at least first glance, some unbalanced line.
Folks, we got a food truck outside the front gates there. It's Augustus Cluck Truck. They got your
So
chicken, got your fries,
the passing game, which
drinks.
wasn't great, it's good. They're adding some run game stuff to this. And they're just down blocking at the point of attack and collapsing the left side of the Titan defensive line with that unbalanced look. If I was a betting man, I think you'll probably see a similar play here. Either that or back to the spread and maybe another funnel screen look. Although if you're the Seattle Seahawks and Pete Carroll, probably think twice about it. But you can see that happen. Yeah, they go back to the spread.
For the Cardinals at the 9-yard line as we start the second quarter.
McDonough in the gun, one step, firing, throwing it to a spot. That ball was tipped, and it's going to be intercepted. And off to the races, and pushed out of bounds. No, finally out of bounds he goes. McDonough took a shot, I think. We'll see it on the replay. Someone got a hand on that ball. Took a little too long to develop as the Titans celebrate on the far sideline. Coming away with that interception was number 2, Jonathan Torres. Johnny on the spot. We'll see if we can get a look at that replay. The pressure on the quarterback, maybe, maybe not. Here it is. It's a one-step drop here. And yeah, he does. He takes a shot, and that probably was number 51, Darius Smith. Thought I saw a 5 in there.
First and 10 for the Titans on their own.
Great job by Nashua North. So second turnover of the game. In the gun, in motion. The handoff goes to Peters. He's got some help on the outside. Got to read his blocks. Finally pushed out of bounds. Pushed out a little bit late by number 27, A.J. Holmes. So good pursuit by the Cardinal defense. You never want to follow the same shirt to the action. As a defensive coach, that's what you tell your guys. If you're following the same shirt, that's not a good situation. You want to get yourself on a different level, and they do all those pursuit drills at the beginning of camp to take care of that very issue. Second down and 3, so a nice gain on first down for the Titans. John Berry Jr. in motion. Quarterback will keep it, and this time Canaway has enough for the first down. He's got to cover up that ball.
Canaway keeps it, goes left.
They run that play back into the boundary. You'll see here on replay.
Picks up 5.
And it's guard and tackle pull from the backside. So that is a Canaway run all the way. That is not any type of a read. His offensive linemen on the backside were both pulling to lead the charge. First and 10 Titans from their own 45. Little sniffer back action. Handed off. Nice bounce to the outside and a good form tackle there. As 2 meets 2. That was Torres on the carry, brought down by Szymanski.
Number 2, Cody Szymanski.
That was a nice bump to the outside. You'll see here as he bounces out. He's got a quick lane, and nice form tackle employed there by Szymanski. It'll be second down and 9 for the Titans. They're getting the play from the sideline. And now the Titans will go with an unbalanced line. And they're going to run it to the field with, no, they're not. And watch out on the backside. Here it comes. So you go unbalanced. And you saw John Berry Jr. hold his hands up as Canaway held onto it. And if that was unbalanced, you have a man uncovered here on the backside that's going to get a free run. It is possible that I saw it wrong through the beauty of replay. No, I did see it wrong. That or was an illegal formation. But regardless, untouched from the backside come the Bishop Guertin Cardinals. Leading the charge there was number 60, Diego Mendez. We'll have a timeout, and it'll be called by Guertin. So they'll call their first timeout of the first half. We have 10 minutes to go here in this one, in the first half. So some early action here today as Merrimack and Goffstown had a game at 10 o'clock this morning. I think they were preparing for what could have been some bad weather. And Goffstown going down at the home of the Tomahawks 28-8. So Kip Jackson and his staff and his team picking up their first win. They'll go to 1-2, and Goffstown will also be at 1-2. Last night, Bedford beat Keene 35-0. We mentioned Nashua South, a 29-8 loser across the border at Lowell High School. We're kindling that relationship. Slot trips to the right, split end left, Canaway to roll out to his right. Fires, and that ball nearly intercepted, knocked out of bounds. It was intended for number 41 for the Titans. I believe that was Adrian Lazo. Haven't said his name much yet this evening. BG in a 3-man front. Looked like they were in a 3-3 stack look. All kinds of time for Canaway, but good coverage by Ronan Balistreri. So once again, twin safeties deep for the Cardinals, as Smith will drop back to his own 27-yard line to punt.
Balistreri and Helmke back for the Cardinals.
Punt is a little bit to his left. A nice punt there. It'll hang up. We'll see what they do with it. One high bounce, and taking that ball right back up where he caught it was Balistreri, and he is swallowed up quickly there by a few Titans. That was number 9, Gavin Atkinson, and looked like number 20, Jedwin Louvrez.
To go in the first half.
So 7-0 Cardinals. They'll get the ball on their own 27, 28-yard line, 1st and 10. Try to get some other scores for you here. A lot of one-sided games, a few close ones. Dover, one of those close games I watched last night. It was Dover losing to Portsmouth Oyster River 24-22. That was a great game. Friday Night Lights was there covering that one. Quick hitch route is complete. And that quick hitch game, that quick slant game, that is really, it's almost like the run game for Bishop Guertin. They're just going to throw quick hitches, quick slants. If you're going to backpedal, we're going to take what you give us. That'll set up a 2nd down and 5 for the Cardinals. No free safety in the middle of the field for the Titans, so they could be in a true cover 0 here. We'll see. Nope, they are in a zone. And the ball's on the carpet, and it's still rolling around, and we don't know yet. And it makes its way into the arms of a Titan. And that thing rolls around. We'll have to look at replay, see who gets it. Nice coverage there. It's exactly how you teach it on recovering a fumble in the fetal position, wrapped up. And I believe that was number 50, Jack Krulikowski, sophomore linebacker, getting on that thing. And that thing rolled a good 8 yards before Krulikowski finally gobbled it up. So another turnover. 3 Guertin turnovers in the first half. Titans have yet to capitalize on any of them. So Krulikowski jumps on it, covers it, textbook recovery. Titans set up shop 1st and 10 at the BG 42. Call it the 43, and a flag on the play, and I don't know how you can get a delay of game call and a change of possession.
It's a delay of game on the Titans.
It blows my mind. They started the play clock, and that can't happen. You don't have a lot of plays in your playbook for 1st and 15s, but the Titans again continue to self-inflict here. You gotta have that play ready to go.
Penalty. That'll make it 1st down and 15.
So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Titans. They'll be on their own, the BG 47-yard line. A 50 look now for the Cardinals. Canaway hands it off, quick handoff, looks like Barry Jr., and a nice job of bouncing it to the outside. And I'll tell you, right now, you run that play successfully on 1st down, and it's 2nd and 1. You run it now, it looked great, but you're still in the negative. You're 2nd down and 12. Another great form tackle by Szymanski on that Nashua North sideline. So 2nd down and about 12. Long 11, if there is such a thing. Sniffer. Sniffer up there, and again, Barry up the line, and so he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, tackled once again by number 27, A.J. Holmes, and he's having himself a pretty good first half of football on both sides of the ball. And the Cards will do some wholesale changes here on 3rd and 10, going into their
3rd down and 9.
pass coverage package. We'll get a timeout And it looks like it's going to be a timeout for Nashua North. So we'll have to wait and see if Guertin comes back with that three-man front. We'll get back to some scores from last night. It was Exeter at Spalding. They were big winners at Spalding, 31-6. So Exeter goes to 3-0 on the season. Manchester Memorial got their first win of the year, beating Winnacunnet 32-11 out on the Seacoast. Timberlane High School lost to Pinkerton 51-13. The Astros are still undefeated on the season. Timberlane falls to 1-2 early part of the season. So 7-0 Bishop Guertin. A turnover-filled game, not a clean game by any stretch. There's some good popping going on there, down there on the field. It is a blackout tonight. We got a pretty good halftime show for you. Both bands will be performing. We'll have a special singer here. No, it is not our executive producer, Pete Johnson. He will not be taking the mic, nor will it be Tom King, but it promises to be a great halftime show. All right, we'll go back to the action. Third down and 10 now for the Titans. Another sniffer to the left.
Do not know the meaning of gravity.
Canaway calling signals. And it'll be a bounce to the outside. He's got a good lane, and we'll see the spot. It's going to be short. Going to be short, and that was number 34 on the carry, Steven Rosario. He's going to be tackled what looks to be, based on the spot of the football, about a yard short, maybe a yard and a half. So long fourth down. So fourth down for the Titans. They need to sustain a drive here. They need a first down. Had a big penalty on first down, and they've been working to get to this point. Canaway backs to either side, and he will pull it and keep it, and he's off to the races. And he'll be Malachi crunched at about the 25-yard line. My Happy Days reference there.
Picks up 8. That's a first down.
But that's a first down for Canaway from the
25-yard line.
Run up the gut. And you'll see here on replay, they fake the power to the right. They pull that backside guard. Canaway pulls it, takes off. And that guard was blown up on the play, so it was not bad. And Rosario tries to bounce it outside. He does. Good pursuit there, but Rosario keeps his feet driving. 1, 2, 3 Cardinals there on the initial hit. Rosario refuses to go down here. You'll see it on the replay as he breaks around the right side.
Hard 5 yards. Balistreri on the tackle.
So second down and 4.
Second down and 5 for the Titans at the 20.
And now the Titans have something going here with 6:25 to go in the first half. And there it is. There's one tackle miss. And you see good pursuit by the Cardinals. There's 3 more jerseys there, and Rosario able to break a couple of tackles before being finally knocked down by Balistreri. Second and 4. Little confusion in the backfield. It'll be a pistol look. Sniffer back up front. And it's Rosario again. I believe it was a trap. We'll have to see the offensive line. Yeah, it looks like a backside guard pull, and I think it was a nice one there. We talked about the position change, Darius Smith, and he's going to make a huge difference for the Titans up front.
At the 18.
So a third down and probably 3 for the Titans. You have to believe this is 4 down territory. So you got 2 downs to get 3 yards. Say hello to our friend Ron Ducky Welliver, who's watching on Nashua ETV. Sometimes in the booth with us. Rosario goes around the right side. He's got a lane. He hits the sideline, bounces off a couple of defenders. Good blocking on the perimeter as Rosario knocked out of bounds, but not before picking up the first down. Good strong run there. He wasn't going to be denied the sticks. Nice job. And again, you see Smith on the pull. You see a lead block out front there by number 4, Gavin Flynn. Unselfish play there. And that's why you have a first and goal. And this again is Rosario. He goes up the gut, finds the sledding a little bit tough that time. He's pushed back.
Rosario going middle again.
by the Cardinals.
Tackle by the Cardinal defense, led
Looked
out
like
there
number
by
77,
Aiden
Aiden Shemalecki there, as well as number 44, Sam Ronzio. So 2nd down
1
and
yard
goal
gain, 2nd and goal from the 8.
from the 8-yard line. Canaway in the gun, backs to either side of him. It looks like it's Flynn and Rosario. Split end to the left here is Bozek. And it's going to be a pull, and it's Canaway. He broke one tackle, gets down to about the 3-yard line, we'll call it.
Canaway fakes and goes middle.
And that's the one thing you always tell your players, is that every play at the point of attack can be cut back at the 2nd level, because you're praying for some over pursuit. Anything inside the tackles can be cut back, and it was a nice job by Canaway to find that wiggle room. So a big 3rd down and goal from the 4. Now double split end, 2 backs on either side of Canaway. He'll hand it off, and it looks like we have a path to the end zone, and it is a touchdown. And that is Rosario who is in. Quick glance on the BG sideline. It looked like they may have wanted a holding call, but Rosario just outruns. And I'll tell you right now, if you're Alex Dolan came up and tried throwing a shoulder into Rosario, you're not going to get him down that way. You got to kind of wrap him up. Yeah, he just tried to give him a forearm shiver, and that's not going to take Rosario down. So 6 points on the board for the Titans as Josh Bozek attempts to do the honors and tie this one up. Snap is good, hold is down, kick up and good. So with 4:29 to go here in the first half, your score, Nashua North 7 and Bishop Guertin 7.
Titans 7.
It is the Blackout Cancer football game being held here tonight at Stellos Stadium. I want to welcome everybody who is watching. Once again, we had a really special guest to go out with that coin toss at the beginning of the game. It's Miss Evelyn, a 5-year-old from Amherst, New Hampshire, who was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. And she is a fighter, and she's here with us with her family today. Went out to do the coin toss. And just a lot of positive energy here in the stadium tonight by both of these teams and the fans. And if you look out, I don't know if you can get a picture of the stands, Dylan, but you know, both North and South and Bishop Guertin well represented here this evening on Blackout Cancer Night. Titans will start in their huddle. Guertin obviously is preparing for an onside kick. They'll break when the Titans break, and that's just well versed. Twin safeties deep for the Cardinals. Once again, it is Helmke and Balistreri. And the kick forthcoming from the Titans. And it is Smith, and he gets his right foot into it. High kick taken at about the 3-yard line. And a seam up the side, finally knocked out of bounds. But a great return there for Balistreri. It is nice positioning for the Cardinals. And to say that the kick was returned to the side that it was kicked to caused Balistreri to go vertical rather than east-west. And as a result, Cards are going to set up shop 1st and 10 at about their own 37-yard line. Tom King, your thoughts so far as to what we've seen here tonight?
When you have 3 turnovers, it's going to come back to haunt you.
Check.
And all of a sudden, Nashua North, the first of the 3 area teams to find a running game.
There it is. McDonough, pressure, and another interception.
Well, let's see what they say.
It is an interception, near
so.
side official waving his arms, change of possession. Titans get it.
Here it is, right here. There's the pressure, right? And the ball, no, we didn't see it, but it's intercepted by number 2.
Number 2, that's Torres' second pick of the game.
What I was going to say is when you pass that much, when you go back, here's the pressure.
And yeah, and it's a good, it looks like a good catch there by number 2, his second pick on the day for Jonathan Torres. Johnny on the spot there. And I will say this.
Yeah.
If the Titans are going tight coverage, which takes away the now throws.
Right, you
which
can't, nothing
forces
quick, nothing
McDonough
quick.
to hold the ball longer.
Right, and that's what happens. But I'll tell you what, though, you got to run the football in high school.
Yep. And they ran into that double wing, and they haven't gone back to it.
You cannot do that and have your quarterback just being on an island like that.
Power to the left side. No, it's Canaway again keeping the ball. Nice job, and he's going to pick up about 11.
Yeah, and they've done some kind of adjustment because they weren't getting that early in the game. Hats off to whatever Chad Zabolis has schemed up with his blocking scheme, because his backs and his quarterback are now all of a sudden just getting yards.
Well, Chad Zabolis is an offensive lineman. We're going to have an official timeout. For it looks like Rosario is heading off, but Chad Zabolis is an offensive lineman. The first thing they tell you when you're starting a program, the first coach you go get is an offensive line coach. That's the first guy you got to get. Well, Chad's the head coach, and he's an offensive line coach. So
I turned him down.
You there, block that man.
Yes, you. See that guy? Get in his way.
1st and 10 for the Titans. Canaway now will hand it off to John Berry Jr. The Cardinals are a little quick to fill there. Pickup of about a yard on first down.
Berry on the carry.
But the second interception that McDonough threw, I saw the pressure right away. It was by 53. That would be Yahil Lavinia.
Yahil Lavina. Well, it wasn't 50. I saw
because
5. I thought maybe it was 51, but 53.
It was 5-3. I've got it on camera.
Yahil. Oh, a little RPO. Canaway says there's nobody out here. He takes a pretty good shot, but they ran an RPO to the Titans sideline, and they had the pass covered, but nobody was on Canaway.
No
he
one
couldn't
there.
believe how open he was.
Exactly.
3rd down and 2 now for the Titans. Got to believe they're in 4-down territory.
Well, this Guertin defense is gassed. They've been out there a long time.
Well, 4 turnovers are gonna do it to you.
That's going to do it to you. You know, that's just it. And North is just, you got to give them credit, boy. I'll tell you what, they got that running game going. Now Canaway's going to try to throw it. I think he's going to run it. Yep, here he goes.
And a nice job by Canaway as he's tackled out of bounds on the far side.
He saw nobody open, and he saw nobody near him. So what do?
You turn it up and you take what you can get. First down. You want to, and that's high school football, Tom. Field position and move the sticks, and don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Right.
Stay away from penalties. Stay away from
and don't
turnovers.
Don't get the idea to throw it on the run like that.
All right, so it'll be a 1st and 10. Titans can get another first down here. Double, let's see, tight end to the right and left. That's Rosario, and he just runs tough, Tom.
Yeah, all of a sudden, what all these teams have lacked is elusive. No one's as elusive, right?
Right.
And Rosario has changed that in these last 2 series.
Well, look, and this is the thing I called on Rosario's touchdown. They tried to shoulder block him. You're not going to tackle Rosario like that, number 1.
No.
And number 2, Guertin's got guys at the point of attack. They're just not wrapping him up.
Right.
And here we go again to the outside.
He's got room.
And a nice job, and there's no Cardinal there coming up. Good block on the perimeter.
That was just it. That time, no one at the point of attack, Jason Roby. He had all day to run around and just turn that corner.
And I think you're right, Tom. They're just wearing him down a little bit
They
here.
are gassed. Believe me.
So it's going to bring up. They got to fix the sticks there. It should be a first.
Should be a 1st and goal.
First and goal. It is from the 3-yard line.
Yep, they've got it
up there.
And
again, to your point, Tom, they're going double split end, and Canaway keeps it that time. I would have handed it off to Rosario. He wasn't selling anything there.
No, I would keep Rosario with the ball. He's elusive right now. He's in a rhythm. He's on a roll. When you've got a back that's running the way he is the last 2 series, keep it with him. Keep running him. Keep running him. Keep running him.
2nd down and 5. 2nd and goal from the 5 for the Titans. They lost a couple on that play. So now
I'll tell you what, they're not going to put it up. They're going to keep running it.
The strength is to the right, so they're going to rodeo that way. It's Canaway. He fires to a spot, and it's intercepted. And I'm going to tell you what I've seen from Canaway, Tom, before you talk about that.
Yeah.
He's holding it for just a split second too long.
That time. Yep.
And
let's see who intercepted that ball.
I believe it could have been 2 again. So number 2, Szymanski. I think it was Cody Szymanski. And it is, I'm relatively certain. So number 2, Szymanski, and number 2, Torres, the 2 corners for both of these teams with interceptions on the day. And
just when I say he's not going to put it up, he puts it up, right? The reason I said that, they were having so much success running the football.
Well, BG2 down on the goal line here. They went into that single wing look.
Yeah,
that one deflected, and it is caught. And very fortunate there, and that's it is the right time to run that jailbreak screen.
I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think they're having so much trouble with the ball throwing it right now in terms of maintaining possession, ball security. I just hand it off and just get into halftime.
I can't believe I said that, Tom. Me,
I can't either.
I can't believe I said it, but I did.
I know it.
There's a run play, and it'll be a bounce to the outside, and a nice job there. Time will stop to move the sticks.
Moves the chains one more time.
So it'll be a first down for Guertin. There's 48.4 seconds to go. We'll see 2 bands perform at halftime. They'll wind the clock as a couple of substitutions taking place here. 2-step drop, going to take a shot, and again, no one to throw to, and that's probably the 4th or 5th time that ball has been deflected when there's no one to throw to.
That's the problem. There is no one near him.
It's good coverage by the secondary. You got to get your secondary. That's a coverage sack.
So you know
not
what?
A sack, but
you throw to your backs. You throw to somebody who's going to be open right away.
Well, that's the old Dante Lorendi line. When in trouble, find a back.
Right.
When in trouble, find a back.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
But I'm not sure if the back was in protection, maybe a little slip screen forthcoming, not sure. 33 seconds to go, 2nd down and 10 for the Cardinals, and the last thing you want to do is throw another incomplete pass that stops the clock. They're playing a 10-yard deep look, and another incomplete pass that does what?
Right,
stops the clock. God, I hate being right all the time.
Incredible.
It's a good thing they don't let me write newspaper articles, Tom.
It's a good thing they let you coach once. I don't know.
Once, many moons ago. Yeah. 3rd down and 10 for the Cardinals.
Oh, boy.
So you have to believe that regardless of what happens here, Nashua North's going to call a timeout.
I'll tell you what. If I'm Kyle Tave, bring the house.
Well, you might see another screen look here. We'll see what they got. 2 backs in the backfield.
Bring the house, get a turnover, scoop and score.
Rosario creeping up. It'll be a delayed blitz, and they will do just that. Tom King, defensive coordinator of the year, timeout being called on the sideline, and they lost about 3 seconds. They've been calling timeout. Unfortunately for the North coaches, they were set up at about the 40-yard line. They had to run 10 yards before they could get to the official. So timeout Nashua North. We'll see if they set up a return or go for the block here. And I hate to say poor clock management by Guertin, but really you should be in the locker room at halftime
if
right now.
If I'm Guertin, right, you should be in the locker room at halftime. You should just, that it's become, I just don't like pass happy because it's tee-off time when that happens, right?
Bishop Guertin got into that tight wing, little sniffer, single wing series, and they went right down the field at the end of the first quarter. To start the second quarter, they're in North territory. They throw an interception. They got out of that formation.
Yeah.
You almost try to get too fancy. Do what's working. Do what you're good at.
Right.
You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to. It's not. You don't have to do. It's a chess match, but really. They were coming after. It's a rainmaker. Clock is running, and got to get down on it. Takes a Guertin roll. Clock's still running.
14 seconds left. They've got a chance to do something with it, but you are right. Guertin should be in the locker room at 7-7. Should have been content for that, not try to do anything. And now, let's see what Chad Zabolas dials up here, right?
Well, you got 14 seconds left.
He and Zach.
You can kick
let's
a
see
field
what
goal.
he and Zach Harris come up with. I have Canaway throw it. He's got a gun.
Well, right now you can see the coverage for the Cardinals. They're in a very
zone.
Soft, two-deep shell.
Yeah.
Could be quarters coverage. Canaway rolls to his right, and that one thrown about 8 yards into the sideline, incomplete. So 2nd down with about 7 seconds to go in the first half.
With just under 7 seconds left.
So they're probably trying to set something up here You have to wonder if they have any kind of a trick play in their back pocket, if they're going to save it. It is a team, or a game rather, that has been filled with, and right now you're in a prevent defense. Now, what I don't like about prevents, Tom, take a look at about the 15 to 20-yard line.
It's open, wide open.
If you can get somebody in that zone, sit down. That's a long way to go in 6 seconds, but anything is possible.
Let's see. Cano's going to roll. Yep.
He's going to take a shot down the middle. There it was, and
he went right for that area, but the coverage was there. It converged. It kind of closed in on the middle.
But the point I'm trying to make, Tom, if that ball is complete and you're tackled on the spot, they're moving the sticks, you're calling timeout, you're kicking a 20-yard field goal.
Sure. Oh, yeah, no doubt about it.
You know, so I get it. You don't want to give up a touchdown. Nobody gets behind you. But here's the deal, right? Nobody's going to.
But now
you just knock the ball down. Now you
table.
knock the ball down. Do not intercept that ball unless you've got a clear path to the end zone. Knock it down if you are Bishop Guertin. I'm sure the coaching staff is letting them. They're going to run it. And a good job by them. Pad the stat sheet, baby. And a nice run there. And tackled finally is Peters.
That does it. That does pad the stat sheet. That gets him 17 yards.
Well, there you go. So that'll do it for the first half here. We have a good one from Stellos Stadium here in the gate city of Nashua, New Hampshire. Jason Roby along with Tom King. Pete Johnson's our executive producer. Dylan, get to the chopper. Smith up on the camera on the roof. It's 7-7, and we've got a great halftime coming up here. We have two bands that are going to play for you. Nashua North will take the field first, and then Bishop Guertin will be on second, and then we'll have a singer will join us on the field. Tom, we thought maybe it was you.
I thought it was you.
I wouldn't say no.
You know who it really is. He's starting to get ready now. He's starting to kind of move around a little bit. I think it's Pete Johnson.
Before you came back up here, I said, will it be Pete Johnson?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it is.
They set 20 minutes on the halftime clock. So it appears that, and look, we'll give a look as Nashua North marches out here. This is Bishop Guertin's third year hosting a blackout football game. The Cardinal community purchased more than 650 T-shirts this year, and they're thrilled to see the school's continued commitment to such an important cause. Proceeds from the T-shirt sale and online donations support pediatric cancer research at Children's Hospital in Dartmouth and help local children currently battling cancer and their families. So I want to thank everyone who's wearing the blackout T-shirts down there tonight. And a special thank you to Project Blackout's title sponsors, Duncan Cafe Management Company and Medicus Healthcare Solutions, as well as T-shirt sponsors Brian's Team Sales, Canopy Lake Veterinary Hospital, and Drive Custom Fit. And this is the Nashua North Marching Band. We'll be right back.
It's important to get a flu shot each and every year because flu viruses are constantly changing and immunity from the vaccine decreases over time. Flu vaccines are updated annually to work against that year's viruses. The best time to get your shot is in the fall, but getting it later can still help. Getting a flu shot lowers your risk of getting sick, and if you do happen to get flu, it's likely to be less severe.
All right, folks, now entering the field is the Nashua High School North Titans marching band under the direction of Kristen Olson. The assistant band director is Elizabeth Nault. Visual design is by Carrie Swift. Drill instructors are Kevin Swift and Elizabeth Nault. Drumline instructor is Liam Quinn. And on the field, Titans are directed by drum majors Eric McInnes and Molly Sullivan. Nashua North Band presents its show, Time of the Titans, and includes 25 or 6 to 4, Time Warp, Good Riddance, and Times Like These. Time War. All right, all right, all right. Give it up for the Titans marching band. Dave Grohl will be happy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, let's give a warm welcome to the 2023 Bishop Guertin High School Marching Band and their field show called I Love Rock and Roll, featuring Painted Black, Black Dog, and the Immigrant Song. The band is under the direction of Mr. Brian Stark and is assisted by Ms. Amanda Stark with percussion instruction by Chief Master Sergeant Dave Long, United States Air Force, and drill design by Dr. Ron Fussell. The ensemble is conducted by drum majors Seamus Delaney and Maddie Hope. So once again, please welcome the Marching Cardinals. Nice recovery. Must have been a snare. Give it up, painted black. Black Dog on Blackout Cancer Night. Led Zeppelin. Give it up for the BG Cardinal Marching Band. And folks, before we start the second half, we want to take a moment to recognize again all those who are honored tonight by wearing our t-shirts, the family members and friends who have fought courageous battles with cancer. We pause now to recognize the names listed on the banner hanging from our stands tonight. And at this time, we'd love it if you join us, stand up and hold up those gold signs as Bishop Guertin Jr., Martin Dormer sings You Say. So who will you honor this year, everybody? Wave them.
I keep fighting voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. Every single lie that tells me I will never measure up. Am I more than just the sum of every high and every low? Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know. Oh, and you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong when I think I am weak. And you say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. Oh, I believe. The only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. In you I find my worth, in you I find my identity. Oh, and you say I am loved when I can't feel a thing. And you say I am strong when I think I am weak. And you say I am held when I am falling short. And when I don't belong, oh, you say I am yours. And I believe, oh, I believe what you say of me. Oh, I believe.
All right, all right, all right. Give it up for Martin Dormer. Thank you, kid. Give it up one more time for the Cardinals marching band as they drum it out off the field. Thanks again to the Nashua North Marching Band as well. Great job, everybody.
Meet the scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Welcome back to Stellos Stadium here in the gate city of Nashua, New Hampshire. Jason Roby along with Tom King calling all of the action for you. And we're in a good one, Tom. 7-7. The Titans and the Cardinals are locked up in a defensive struggle, but really it's been turnovers for both teams. What are the numbers that you have for us here after one half of play?
Well, Guertin's got, Pete, if you could turn me up just a little bit so I can hear myself. There we go. Guertin has got 4 turnovers. They've got the 3 interceptions and the fumble. There we go. 3 interceptions and the fumble. North has got 2 turnovers, the interception and a Canaway fumble. So it's back and forth we go. But the interesting stat we talked about in terms of, McDonough, 9 of 19, 97 yards and his picks, right? But the key one was the running back for BG, who's got 3 carries for 28 yards.
Yeah, A.J. Holmes, BG went into a tight wing, almost a single wing look, like a student body play with a quick toss, and North had no answer for it. It was an unbalanced line. They collapsed the entire side of the Titan defense. You know what helped the Titans there, Tom? The end of the quarter. Yeah. From the first quarter into the second quarter,
it changed.
They went away from it.
When they got down inside the 9, the first play was a pass, right? First play, and it was the pressure. And as I looked at the camera, it wasn't 53, so it was 59.
Yeah, Josiah
Corfeld, a senior who went right. It was going right at him and got on him as he threw the pass.
That's the one thing we talked about, Tom, is the speed for this defensive front for the Titans. They get after the quarterback well, and unfortunately for the Cardinals, they had the quick pass game going early on, the funnel screens, the now routes, the quick 5-yard hitches, and then sitting in the middle of those zones. What the Titans did was they tightened up their secondary coverage, taking away some of those short passes. And what happened was McDonough had to scramble and try to buy time. He wasn't getting it, had at least 3 passes tipped, 2 of them intercepted.
And that's a problem. They're going to have to change it up. And I always say, what changed the game, besides what North did defensively to pressure McDonough and cause the problem and get better coverage, was that they started running the ball. Steven Rosario's got 44 yards on the ground. He couldn't even dream of that in the first after the first quarter, the way North was running.
And I think what North did was they started employing a double tight end set with 2 flankers on either side, 2 backs in the backfield at times, running power. Rosario breaking tackles early on, getting to the second level before being tackled. And they kept riding the success of that play, specifically Rosario.
But they got away from it at the wrong time by putting the ball up in the air when the running game was working. And that, Guertin intercepts. And that gives, Guertin new life because North dominated that second quarter.
Well, we're going to reset things here. 12 minutes on the clock. So Connor Lennon to tow it up for the Cardinals.
We'll also see. Now, Canaway, who would have thought when Canaway came into the game, or not came into the game, but we found out he was starting. We figured he was starting because he could throw the ball, right? He's got a cannon for an arm. And they want to up that game. He's got more rushing yards than he has passing yards. He's 13 carries for 37 yards.
And he found the sledding tough in the early going, Tom, but things started to open up for him as the outside run game started to find success for the Titans. Lennon's boot will go to about the 14-yard line, taken there by number 6, and he has a little burst of speed. He'll be wrapped up. That was Luke Peters. Titans will set up shop 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And Canaway's only two of 8 for 10 yards. Pass.
Well, then the Titans have that threat of the pass, and what we have seen is the Titans want to be a run-the-ball first team to set up their pass. The Cardinals are just the opposite.
Right, they want to pass to set up the run, but they got pass happy that it's the more you do it, the more risk you take, and the reward has just not been there.
This is John Berry Jr. around the right side. The Titans employ a double wide slot. Berry's going to go easty-westy for about 2. Run out of bounds on the far sideline by number 2, Cody Zemansky.
Yeah, Zemansky's played a good game. He's got a pick, and he also has got probably about 5 tackles. He's got that speed, lateral speed that they can use.
You can see what they're doing here, Tom. They want to go wide to set up the run inside. Rosario, the lone back.
And they got 3 receivers that trips on this side. They do hand
it's
off.
An RPO. Canaway gets wrestled down and some help. That was going to be an RPO of some sort to the trip side, the wide side of the field, and Canaway was just engulfed by Cardinals, driven back on the play. It's going to be a 3rd down and 14 for the Titans.
Just no time as he decided not to give it to Rosario. You see him get buried, and it just, I would have given it to Rosario. I wouldn't have done the run pass option.
He doesn't look comfortable rolling out as much as I
want to get Rosario in a rhythm. That kid can run. You know?
Right, I'm speaking about Canaway.
Right, but I'm saying don't bother with that. Hand it off.
Double slot look here wide for the Titans. The F is to Canaway's left. 2-step drop, little jump screen. And again, one man not blocked. It is Rosario. But here's the problem, Tom. When you're going backwards on 1st and 2nd down, a great positive play only gets you back to the original line of scrimmage.
Exactly.
It'll be a 4th down and 9 for the Titans.
When you lose 8 on a play like that, you're in trouble.
It was a little screen, and again, the Bishop Guertin troops were coming at Canaway. If you're an offensive lineman and no one has touched you, you probably need to put the brakes on and find that screen. 4th down for the Titans. Smith deep to punt. He's at his own 18. Twin safeties back for the Cardinals. Smith puts his right foot into it. It is a rainmaker, wobbly kick to the left side. It'll be fielded there. And good tackle on the special teams at about the 35-yard line. It was Balistreri on the return.
But Smith can kick.
Well, he can do just about everything.
He is the
do-everything kid for this team.
Yeah, and he is my favorite. I am ordaining him the favorite right now.
Wow, Tom King is picking a favorite for
the decathlon in June.
Yeah, I won't disagree with you there, Tom.
He would be my favorite.
All right. Ace look for the Cardinals. Drop back. McDonough now route. Pass to Szymanski. And again, it's a good start. They use that quick pass game as their run game. And they'll take 5 yards on 1st down all day long.
Oh, sure. No doubt about it.
So we're going to give them 2nd and about 4. So a pickup of about 6 on the play. Looking for a little pump and go, a little wrong guy deep at some point. All right, now we have a different look here. Here's your wing formation. They're going back to it. Let's see.
This is what you liked, right?
A little counter play, and it opens up nicely to the field, and he is off to the races.
Just not quite enough speed to get there, but he gets.
Holmes, they have no answer for it. They had a little counter play, little counter toss to Holmes, coming back to the wide side of the field from that wing right look. And if I'm Bishop Guertin, I'm not going away from this formation and these play calls until the Titans have shown me they can stop it.
Right.
All right, it's going to be 1st and 10 from inside the Titan 29-yard line. Same look for the Cardinals, and we'll see how this is blocked. A little isolation play to the right side, and they're going to, again, pick up 5 yards on 1st down.
Just keep pushing.
Push that pile. Use the big guys up front.
Let's see, who was that with the ball carrying?
I think it was. I don't think it was Holmes that time.
At the 24-yard line.
But if you are the Bishop Guertin Cardinals, and again here, tight end, wing to the right, split in left, I formation, a tight eye, almost a sniffer with that fullback. And here comes that counter play again, and the Titans have no answer for it, Tom.
Nope.
It is just the same play, except it's a handoff instead of a toss on the counter.
But because you don't have the speed, okay? Because you don't have the speed as you watch Szymanski go through the line, and take off. There's no burst, but he does have the running room, and that's all they need to get down to the 17-yard line.
So it is 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Toss play again, same play other side, and that time Holmes gets tripped up. But it appears it's going to be a nice gain on 1st down.
I'm sorry, that was Holmes.
That was Holmes, that's right. And now it looks like they're going to go away from the look, Tom, if I'm not mistaken.
Because of the substitutions.
So it'll be 2nd down and about 7. And they go back to their spread look. It's a ace formation down to the right, a wide slot to the left, one back. The F is to McDonough. He's a now route, and it's a little screen. And it's a great form tackle like you teach. And that was number 3, Darius Sisse on the tackle, and a great job. It was a now route. Freshman player, and you'll see it on the replay. But now what does that set you up for? Have you wasted a play? Do you go for a pump and go? You have to wonder, is Guertin in 4-down territory? It's going to be 3rd down and a long 3 for the Cardinals. So they'll go back to that look with the tight end and wing.
3rd and 3
to the boundary.
Just outside the 10-yard line.
So you can get a first if you are Bishop Guertin. You get 2 downs to get forward. They run that counter play, and again, North is a little bit tighter, but it's going to be a 1st down. They're going to move the chains. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 7.
But they're a little bit better down there because everything is so congested. So the players aren't spread back.
There's nothing more demoralizing when you know what's coming and you can't stop it. And so
now I think they can here, okay, because they're right in an area where everybody is congested.
Well, you're going to go in a goal line defense, but you should get into that look automatically whenever you see this formation. Once again, the tight end wing is to the left, split end right, tight I formation, and it's a fumble. Ball's again on the carpet, and again, Cardinals very fortunate to get that one.
Missed handoff.
And it looks like McDonough didn't even get a chance to get the exchange. It was intended for the tailback in the backfield.
Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and goal.
And so that will set up a 2nd and goal from the 7. Loss of a couple there on that play.
There it is right there. Missed handoff and not getting it in time at the right time when he thought he was going to get it.
So the split end is going to be down here to the field. Tight end wing to the top side. Fullback is in tight in the eye. It's a one-step drop fade, back corner of the end zone. Szymanski, no, that was thrown well over his head and out of bounds.
Let me tell you something. If you're going to throw a fade there, throw it to Lennon. He's 6'5".
You got a guy who's 6'5".
He's 6'5".
So it's a matter of the matchup there, and it was good coverage. I think it was Luke Peters maybe on the coverage.
I think so.
It was either Sisse or Peters, but neither one of those guys is 6 feet.
They're down. They're going to go now with a spread.
So now you've got 2 backs in the backfield to either side of McDonough. He'll roll out to his right. He'll find a gap, and he's going to go down. Another sack for the Titans. And guess who, Johnny, on the spot? Steven Rosario. From his linebacker position.
He is having one heck of a game.
And, you teach your guys at this point, is it cloudy or clear? If you're a linebacker and it's clear, you run through that gap. If it's cloudy, you keep working your way through.
And what McDonough did was he thought he had the opening. He cut it to the outside, and Rosario went right with him.
So it's 4th down and goal from the 11. Guertin going to attempt a field goal here. This will be Connor Lennon from the 12-yard line. So this is a 22-yard attempt.
No, it's a 27-yard.
Excuse me, I thought it was my mistake. 17-yard line, 27. Lennon's kick is up, and it is good. 5:02 to go here in the 3rd quarter, and BG on top, 10-7. Jason Roby along with Tom King on the play-by-play and color commentary. Pete Johnson is the executive producer. And Dylan Get to the Chopper Smith is the man on the moving picture.
Good hold, good kick. So Connor Lennon does something during this drive, but not what I thought he probably could do, and that's catch a pass on the fade.
Well, to your point, Tom, this is a situation where you get down there, you got to put 7 on the board. And
well, I'll
you
tell you what.
can't go backwards in goal line situations.
Anthony Nalen looked at me on the sidelines because that's where I shot from tonight, because it's close to the stands. I can get right up here fast. And he looked at me after they had gotten first and goal at the 9. He looked at me, he goes, "First and goal, you got to score, King. You got to score." I almost wanted to say to him, "What do you want me to do about it?"
You want to know if you had any eligibility left, Tom?
No kidding.
You know, I would have told him better to play with 10. All right. Number 8 to do the honors, Connor Lennon. He of the 27-yard field goal.
Nalen did a good job of knowing his players when he took the job.
Yeah.
All right. He knew that McDonough was a kid who played quarterback on a change-up situation in their offense last year. And so he knew he was a senior, the quarterback, the backup quarterback. So he knew he had a kid that probably was going to start for him.
Lennon line drive kick bounces at about the 12, gobbled up there by Luke Peters. He's got a lane, and he could be gone. We'll see how it works out. Lennon has the angle at about the 35. He misses the tackle, but shoestring. And Luke Peters all the way down to the 25-yard line.
That's a great return. He took that hole, and he went right to his left. He started at the 11, if I'm not mistaken.
65 yards.
So a good return there by Peters. Good blocking.
Here
how
it is.
important are special teams? How important is the kicking game? You'll see here, he just appears out of nowhere like a rabbit out of a hat.
Right.
He goes down the left hash, has one man to beat.
Lennon stays with him, and he doesn't miss a tackle. He goes right for him and shoestrings him, gets him with his right hand on his thigh and pulls him down that way.
Peters tried to dead leg him and then get back to the sideline, but Lennon gets a piece, and so the Titans will have 1st and 10 at the Bishop Guertin 25-yard line. Sniffer is Rosario. The handoff goes to, it looked like John Barry Jr. It was John Barry Jr. on the carry, gets gobbled up there at the point of attack. No gain for the Titans, 2nd down and 10. So the Titans coming back with that look, have to believe that Coach Nalen and his staff looked at this formation and said, all right, we got this formation that we have to have an answer for. And it looked like whatever they drew up on the whiteboard at halftime, at least in the early going, proved to be effective. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Titans from the 25. Canaway calling signals. Here comes Rosario on the speed sweep. And he has the edge. He'll bubble outside, keeps the legs driving, and he'll go out of bounds. It looks like it's going to be about a 9-yard gain. So a nice job there blocking at the point of attack. Again, he broke a tackle on the outside and was able to gain, and at this glance, maybe about 7.
Gain of 7 on the play.
Yeah, and a missed tackle gave him about 4 extra yards.
And that's been the story with him, is they've missed tackles at the line of scrimmage or close to the line of scrimmage.
This was wide. They missed him in the flat. They had him in the flat, not for a loss, but for about a 2 or 3 yard gain, missed the tackle.
And that's what opens up the running lanes
for
Canaway.
Yep.
You fake those speed sweeps, and Canaway runs the quarterback trap and the quarterback power. Here it comes to the other side, and it's closer to an up the middle run off guard, and that's going to be a 1st down. That's going to move the sticks for the Titans. Going to be 1st and 10 Nashua North. So Titans, after that field goal, have a nice drive of their own. And they are just about, if not, in field goal range already.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm sure Chad Zabolis wants to come away with 7 on this one.
He wants 6 or 7, yep.
So here's the look. It's that sniffer look from the gun, 2 wides, and this is a bounce out, keeping his legs going. Another broken tackle for Rosario. He says, "Get off me, sir," and falls into the end zone for a 6er.
There it is. A 14-yard run, and I love watching this kid run. All of a sudden, he's got some confidence. I think that's got to be the difference in him right now. He's got a lot of confidence. And going into the season, he was the guy that I looked at as probably their best back. And they went around and tried a lot of people, but Rosario with that athletic move, he dives. He's not afraid to go airborne, and he dived right into the end zone.
Well, I have Jonathan Torres in class, and I have Steven Rosario in class, and we talked a lot about this game this week, and these guys were focused and ready to go. Kick is up, and it is good. So a nice job by Bozek getting it through the uprights. A nice hold there. So now 3:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. Nashua North on top, 14-10. And you have to wonder, Tom King, is this game going to be more of a track meet in the 2nd half? We had a treat last year during this game, and as you mentioned, a lot at stake, playoff seeds and so forth, and it came down to the end.
There were some mental errors on Bishop Guertin, but also some some resolve on Nashua North because they were down in that game. They were down 28-21, right? And they came back to win it 35-28.
It was an unbelievable game. It was a game that, you know, I don't know if North won it as much as Guertin lost it or what the case was, but it was a heck of a game. And Luke Peters' brother, Jack Peters, catches a post pattern down the middle of the field to give the Titans the lead.
Yep.
But we are 20-23 now, and the Titans enjoying a 14-10 lead with 3:40 to go here in the third quarter. It's going to be Darius Smith once again doing the honors for the Titans. Cardinals will break their huddle once the threat of an onside kick has dissipated. 2 deep safeties for the Cardinals on the return. Smith counts off his steps, ready to approach. And here we go. His right foot drives the ball deep down the middle. That's a live ball, so they'd be wise to pick it up at about the 1-yard line. Gets by the first line, and that's something that you talk about all the time. And a stick by guess who?
Wow.
Smith on the sideline.
Wow.
You don't find many safeties that are your starting defensive end, but
wow.
Smith sending a message. And I'll tell you this, though, Tom, as a coach, when you catch the kickoff late, 9 times out of 10 what happens is, well, it doesn't freeze them, but the coverage runs past where the return man is, and it changes up the angles. It was a great return there by number 15, Ronan Balistreri. Good field position for the Cards, 1st and 10 from their own 37. They'll come back to the ace look. One back in the backfield, and it will be a handoff, and driving forward for a couple of yards is number 27 once again, A.J. Holmes. And you talked early, Tom, about A.J. Holmes is the guy that's carrying the lunchbox here today. You'll see if they continue to get a heavy dose of Holmes. McDonough now, one step, now route, and jumped quickly. And I'm telling you what Guertin's setting up now is the pass is complete to Connor Lennon. They caught North in it early on. They had number 1 run a quick short sit down, a now route as we call it, and number 2, the slot man runs a corner. We'll see if we get a pump and go action here from the Cards this time, and we'll be looking at number 5, Sam Franco. He would be the guy. Cards now huddling up. So here we go. Tight end wing to the right, split end to the left as we look at it. I formation, tight I, many men in the box, and here comes Holmes. He'll bounce out, but guess who caused that havoc? Guess who created that havoc in the backfield? Darius Smith.
Yep.
He penetrated off the edge.
So now you've got an interesting call here. 4th and 2 coming up.
What do you do, Tom? What do you do?
If I'm BG, I run the same. I run the same formation and run the same thing.
Well, there's only so many possessions in a game, and I do like this call by Coach Nalen and his staff. Same look. We'll see if they come with the counter once again. He's barking signals, and I'll tell you what they tried to do there, Tom. They tried to get the Titans to jump off sides. They were having none of it. Coach Nalen will use his timeout. It's a good job by the defensive coordinator and his staff at Nashua North. Tell the kids, don't jump.
I still run that play. I run it again. Now, Smith got in there and disrupted it because he's just a great player. And, from what I hear, a great cook. So
Yes. You wrote a great article about that, Tom.
Yes. You know what? There's a price to pay for one of those.
All right, I got to say this while we're in a timeout.
There's a price to pay for one of those Darius Smith. So I'm expecting a meal.
I'm expecting something to come down to the gym.
You got all year to do it, but I'm expecting a free meal out of Darius Smith. So what are we going to say?
From Dante Lorendi, who's home watching on Nashua ETV. It's a hitch, not a now. Sorry, Coach, my bad.
Thank you, everyone.
Juggling chainsaws up here, Don. 4th down and 1, and it does appear that the Cardinals will go for it. At tight I formation, double tight end set now. It's a double tight end set.
Yeah, let's see it.
I believe.
They're going to run straight ahead,
that's a
and they're
good
going to get
call.
it.
That's a good call.
Because everyone's expecting the other play, right?
Well, Tom,
and that time, McDonough was just able to get the push from his offensive line.
listen, I'm undefeated from up here in the booth.
Yes,
I've
you
never
are.
lost a game critiquing other people. It's a strong suit of mine, and I'm not too proud to admit that. I will tell you that if I'm Bishop Guertin, I'm going to continue to try to shove this ball down North's throat until they can stop it. They're going to go right back to their spread, their ace look, the split end down to the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, I think
Wide
that's
slot to the top. One back is to McDonough's left. One step. Pump and go. Who called it? Asta Mañana? Oh!
It's the second time that they have had a receiver wide open,
I'm going to tell you right
and
now,
they
Tom.
haven't been able to connect it.
What did we talk about on the last possession?
Yep.
You're going to get a pump to number one,
Right,
and a
there
go
you
by
go.
number two, and you can see it that
all
both Titans
the
jumped that
defenders
route.
there, and he's wide open and not there, and it's the same receiver as it was in the first quarter.
You go to the well on that play, and the Cardinals should have 14 points off of that look, and they've been successful with it twice. And I'm guaranteeing you they're going to do it again at some point. Trips to the bottom of the screen, McDonough, and he's holding it too long, and here comes the pressure.
Boom. Got to get rid of it fast. You cannot do that against this defense.
And there were three Titan jerseys there.
And Smith, of course, was one of them.
Smith was one of them. Jonathan Torres was the other, and Daniel Morales was the third. It was a meeting at the quarterback. They all ran their lanes, and nobody for McDonough to throw the ball to. Anytime he's holding the ball for longer than 2 seconds,
he's in trouble.
It's dangerous.
He's in trouble. 3rd and 18. Of course, and one of the reasons is, too, don't forget, this is a whole new offensive line for BG from last year.
Correct.
All those big linemen are gone.
40 seconds to go. It is 3rd and 15, 16. Middle screen there. They got it, but waiting for him was number 50 for the Titans. That was, I think, Jack Krulikowski, the sophomore linebacker. And if not for Krulikowski, that play might go for more yards. Now, interesting, Tom. 4th and about 7, a long 7.
I punt it.
And it looks like the Cardinals are going to do just that and hang their hat on their defense. They've already used, I believe, 1 timeout in this half they have. They're going to wait to the end of the quarter. Good play. You will not get a delay of game here, so.
Well, the wind is up.
All right, that's the end of the third
Breezy
quarter,
out
folks.
right now. Not the hurricane, not the tropical storm type winds or the 20 to 30 mile an hour winds we saw during the day at times, but it's breezy. So what I would do if I were BG is punt the ball, but let's see, which way is the wind blowing now? If they wait too long,
well, that's it.
That's the question, right? Now I'm getting the breeze right here with this window open.
Can't see the top of. I don't believe there are any flags on the goalposts that I can see.
The flag is above us. It's not.
The flag is above us, but I mean the little the flags.
No, there's nothing on the goalpost.
On the goalpost, so
nothing.
Hard to tell, but Cardinals are going to punt it away from about their own.
Now we're getting the wind up here, so.
Boy, we sure are.
Yeah, but what is? Yeah, a lot of it is hot.
A lot of it.
So let's see what it is down in the field. Get a line drive punt that isn't wind affected. Do something like that.
The Cards are going to punt it away from inside North territory at
you
about
know what?
the 47.
Is that Peters deep?
No, I think it's John Barry Jr. He's been the guy.
All right.
He muffed one earlier. He got on top of it. And this is the place that it happens. So
I try to kick it to the right side. Try to kick it away from.
That's a great punt right there. It hangs up. No fair catch call and a good tackle at the point of the catch. That was number 12, Sam Fayed. So good job catching the punt, though, Tom. A skill that a lot of high school kids.
We were watching a game today with Campbell, and we were saying, why don't they catch in the punt?
It's hard. It's not a kickoff. It's a hard skill.
And we were talking about that on the sideline today. If there was a punt that was to the left side, no one there, all the sideline, he let it drop. And if he catches it, he's got a whole sideline to get about 20 yards.
You've got to work special teams like you work every other phase. It is such an important
this year's
part of the
Telegraph football preview, all about special teams for the cover feature.
Luke Peters, speed sweep to the left, tries to set up his blocking. He'll go about 45 yards east and west. He'll be run out of bounds.
He didn't do too badly on that play.
Looks like about a 1, maybe a 2-yard gain. Tried to set up his blocking. Good job of Bishop Guertin stringing it out and then running the alley from the secondary to minimize the gain. So the signal's coming from the sideline. We'll see what Coach Chad Zabolis employs and how Coach Nalen on the other side tries to counteract it. The defense flops sides, going to strength. Split end to the bottom of the screen. Tight end flanker to the left. Direct snap. And the cut appeared to be over here. It was a little jump cut off to the left side. It looked like something opened up over here for a brief moment.
Yeah, but
regardless, 3rd and 8.
Peters ran right straight ahead. It was a straight ahead play. They didn't look for anything to the outside. I think they will now. But here it is for Guertin. They need the ball back. Right? We've got 11-21. They're down 4. So every first down that North gets is a little dagger.
Double wide slot, back is open, a little jailbreak screen is dropped. And look at the middle of the field, Tom. That ball is caught. It could be 6.
Yep.
So the jail screen was beautifully set up there into the middle of the field. You'll see it on the replay when you watch Nashua ETV. And it was just dropped, and there was nobody in the middle of the field.
It was 6 against 2.
So
6 against 2. 6 white jerseys with only 2 dark jerseys there to defend. So that's big for Guertin. It stops the clock and forces North to punt. So, I mean, you know, they're down 4. They've got to prove that they can get down the field and do something. And they can't settle for a field goal this time if they get close.
Smith's punt bounces at about the 48-yard line, takes a north roll towards the Guertin bench. It'll be down there by Jonathan Torres. So good field position for the Cardinals. Not a bad punt by Smith, as anytime you can get out of your own end. But you have to say, Tom, it's a game of what-ifs. And that was a huge what-if play right there for Nashua North.
It was, but you know what? The more obvious what-ifs, the 2 passes that have been to wide-open receivers that have just not connected.
You've got to connect on those deep balls when you have the opportunity, and Guertin just coming up a few fingertips short. But they still have 11 minutes to go in this one to even things or take the lead. It's going to be a quarterback wrap play. This is McDonough, and this time he keeps the rock. A nice job on the ride fake to the left side.
That's a nice play by McDonough. You know, he worked hard in the weight room. He was there all the time. I wrote a story this weekend about how he got off the bus from the lacrosse championship, went right to the weight room.
Got to love that in a kid. And that was a design quarterback run all the way, as the backside guard and tackle pull at the point of attack, and McDonough follows their lead. 2nd and short. Now's the time maybe you take a shot, and it's McDonough on a quick slant, and they catches a break in
gotta
the...
be careful where he's carrying that ball.
You got to tuck that ball away like a loaf of bread.
I couldn't believe that. Wow.
But a quick slant.
How did that not come out? Watch how he has the ball.
And
Zips it right there. There it is. Watch him. Watch. Look. Does it again.
I'll tell you this, that the Titans hustle to the ball very well. They get a lot of players at the point of attack.
Their defense is fantastic. They fly and fly and fly some more.
You've got to cover that football up.
Yep.
McDonough now. 1-step drop. He'll get a block out to the side. This is number 15 reading his block. What a great block on the perimeter there. And the pass was complete to number 15, Balistreri, but you're going to see a fantastic block by Connor Lennon. He does a great job occupying that number 1 corner on the outside. You can see it on the replay. It's just a fantastic
Just throws it right
effort.
away. Yep, does a good job.
So Guertin now on the march. 1st and goal rather for the Cardinals from the 10-yard line, so they cannot get a first down. And they will line up in that tight end wing look. Holmes is the wing to the left. McDonough calling signals under center. And it's an isolation play to the left side and just pushing the pile. Going straight ahead, and that's a huge gain. It looked like a pickup of about 6 on the play. They are inside the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 4. And just an isolation play, Tom. They're collapsing the left side of that defensive line. And we'll see if they go right back to it. And they will do that.
That was Fayed on the carry.
Fayed on the carry, excuse me. Tight wing to the left. It is Holmes that is the wing on the left. McDonough takes the pitch, pitches it over to number 27, Holmes, and he's in for the Guertin touchdown. And that's the play that has killed North all night long. So Guertin jumps back out in front. The ever important extra point attempt forthcoming. It'll be Lennon setting up his block at the 10. This, of course, will give Guertin a 3-point advantage.
It just cut through the Red Sea. I mean, that play, they worked that to almost perfection.
Well, I would venture to say you have that all night.
So now the question is, Jason Roby, if you're North, and this isn't a situation in the game, how do you stop a play like that? What do you do? How do you stop it?
Well, I think you got to play responsibility defense. I mean, if you're in a goal line look, you know where the two plays.
Because we've seen other teams use this in high school football.
The two plays that they have used is isolation to the wing side where they collapse the entire side of the defense, and that little quick student body sweep to the right to the split end side. So you have to have something where you're, if they're not pulling anybody at the point of attack, then you can cover everybody up, and then you just read it.
That's the problem.
Like anything else in high school football, it comes down to repetitions at game speed in practice. If you can't duplicate that look in practice, you're not going to have success on a Friday night. That's not a formation that North runs realistically, so the look team that's running it,
they can't duplicate it as well, right?
That's correct.
Did they know about it?
They did. I actually heard them talking about it.
Okay.
During the course of the week here, but. Again, it's one thing to talk about; it's another thing to duplicate it in practice, and you know.
But the other thing about that drive was McDonough did not hold the ball long.
He had a great run as well. It was a design quarterback run, as it's a short kickoff, and don't look now. But Torres found a little running lane to the left side, and all of the return men when they have.
Very good field position.
When they have stayed on the correct path, instead of trying to run easty-westy, they've had huge success. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Titans from their own 41-yard line. 8:51 to go here in this one.
So it's just a good thing they don't run. Just a good thing they don't run upsy downsy.
Oh, Tom.
At the 41-yard line with 8:51 left.
Double slot look for Canway. Two-step drop.
Watch this.
And they went to that play a lot in the first half, didn't complete it. That might be the first one they've completed, but it was gobbled up. It was complete to John Berry Jr.
Canway got rid of that just in time because there was a defender coming in behind him. Watch,
and that's just a mesh route.
There he is right there, right behind him. Just got rid of it in time.
It's just a mesh route, and it looked like for a little cross or Sam Ronzio making the tackle. And Guertin not getting their defense set in time. If I'm the Titans, I'm trying to run something a little bit quicker.
Yeah, I'm going deep here. No,
and they go right back to it, and a nice open field tackle, and he's made a bunch of them. They've made several. That was Miller Nichols. If he doesn't make that tackle,
because that's Rosario. Rosario's got the breakaway ability.
He's still running. You got a 3rd down and 5, Tom. You have to wonder, based on the result of this play, if they don't get enough to move the sticks, will they go for it on 4th? 7:50 to go and counting, especially the way Guertin kind of went through the defense on the last possession.
I don't think so. Well, actually, you know what? You're down 7.5 minutes left almost. Yeah, if you're trailing, if you're ahead, no.
Yeah, you're going to get a timeout here, and I think it's going to be a timeout, and Coach Nalen not happy. North was set up in a trips formation. That's going to be, I believe, Guertin's 1st or 2nd timeout taken this half. I believe it's their 1st. Looking at the scoreboard here.
So in my mind,
it was their 2nd. Our statistician down in the ETV truck sent that back up.
Yeah, they took another one earlier because the offensive issues that
That's right. That's right.
So here's the thing:
2 wasted timeouts for the Cardinals here.
If I'm North, good things have always just about happened when Steven Rosario touches the ball, and that's the trend, right? That, to me, is the trend for North in this football game. He's got 2 touchdowns. I want the ball in his hands. So it's 3rd down here. I would put the ball in Rosario's hands here. Some way, somehow.
North comes out in the exact same look, so it's going to be a wide slot trip, split end up top.
I would run him deep.
Canaway, 1-step fire. Now route breaks the tackle off to the races, catching him from behind. And a nice job there as they put trips to the field and they singled up Josh Bozek. He's able to break a tackle. Huge play for the Titans.
Great play. The missed tackle is the key, but it was already a first down. So he's got a first down here, and the missed tackle gives him extra yards.
Nice job by Canaway on that pass as he hit Bozek right where he should have. Bozek breaks the tackle. 1st and 10 for the Titans.
It's a
on the PG-31.
A 23-yard gain.
Canaway calling signals. Here comes Rosario to the boundary. I don't like the call. Loss of about 5 on the play. And I'll tell you, every time on first down, you're taking a loss of 4 or 5. Not a good look.
Well, they lose about, let's see where they mark it. He got a little bit of wiggle room now. They're going to put it right at the 36. So he lost 5.
Loss of 4 on the play.
So we talk about getting a penalty on first down. That's actually worse than a penalty on first down because you lose the down. So it's 2nd and 15. For the Titans. Again, they will employ a tight end.
Long 14, one or the other. The ball is touching the 35, so let's see.
Semantics, Tom.
Yeah, exactly. Well.
Canaway in the gun. Back to his left is Rosario. Max protection. Canaway takes a shot. He's got a man. It's Peters, and Peters is in the end zone.
And he doesn't miss this time. North has the wide open receiver. They hit it. Guertin has the wide open receiver twice. They miss it. And
you see what they did there,
Tom? That's the difference in the game.
They bought time for Canaway. Yep. Watch the protection. 2 backs stay in the block.
Yep, 2.
And he's in the pocket, and he's got a one-on-one situation. They beat the coverage. Luke Peters 5 yards behind the defender. North makes him pay.
No doubt about it.
They need a number out there. Lennon, or rather Bozek, looking for somebody to come out on the extra point. They got plenty of time. They just started the play clock, and North gonna have to use a timeout, and that's a huge timeout.
That's a tough timeout.
But this is an even bigger extra point.
It is.
So I'd rather take the timeout and make sure I've got all my people there on the field than miss an extra point, because this will give you a 4-point advantage. You need a touchdown to get back ahead. So again, Tom, another great game.
How many Guertin people are saying, Peters, I thought he graduated, right? This guy.
That's his younger brother, and he started defensively last year for this Titan team. Actually got a lot of playing time, started as a freshman at corner at times. So Luke Peters, no stranger to the football field. He and Krulikowski both on the field a great deal as freshmen. Krulikowski, one of the starting inside linebackers with Rosario. Snap is down, kick is up, and it is good. So 6:25 to go here in regulation. Nashua North back on top, 21-17. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch that dial. Don't run to the fridge. This one is going to go down the wire.
I don't know. I think you can run to the fridge.
Oh, Tom.
I think you can. You got time. They gotta set up the tee. They gotta do all this stuff. You got plenty of time.
You always got to contradict.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's just one of those things.
Right, you know, I mean, you're telling people not to go to the fridge. It's a natural thing to do here.
Knowing that you are going to be on broadcasting this game, the fans don't want to miss 1 minute.
They're not going to miss any minute.
You're talking right now. They're not hearing your genius.
What are they missing?
Your brilliance.
Right. My brilliance is sending them to the fridge.
They don't want to miss your brilliance. Tom King called 24-23.
North.
For North.
Yep.
Interesting.
It won't happen.
Unless Tom King paid somebody off. We'll see how this thing shakes down.
That won't happen.
Rich McDonough, the public address announcer, has his suspicions.
Because I don't see North. I don't see North kicking a field goal. All right.
All right.
I see Guertin scoring.
Now kicking off here, Tom, is Josh Bozek. So Bozek is going to kick this one off. They do alternate kickers at times, and his kick is a little shorter, taken at about the 18.
Whoa!
And a nice missed tackle there, a little juke. They tried to break contain, but I'm going to tell you right now, you got to watch that on replay. The man who missed the initial tackle.
He made the tackle. He comes back and made the tackle, of course.
And I think it was 24 Kobe Perry. I can't be sure when you watch it on replay. No, you know what it is? It's Corfield. It's Josiah Corfield, the big sack
59.
or the hurry that you
guy
mentioned.
who had the hurry in the first half that caused the interception.
You can't teach hustle.
No, and
you
the thing
either
is,
do or you don't, and
you
he's
miss
got
a
a motive.
tackle, you get right back up and chase him down.
So good for him. His engine was running. You play all 4 quarters. 6:17 to go. A 4-point North advantage. Guertin with the ball on their own 32. McDonough calling signals. Twins to either side. A now route is a jail screen. It's high. It's a great catch by Szymanski. It was read well, but I'm telling you what they're setting up, Tom. They're going to set up the deep route again.
Kid's got good hands.
He does. He does have good hands. And Cody Szymanski has had himself a game. If he doesn't have to jump for that, maybe it's more than a 5-yard gain. But at some point, they're going to pump and go this North secondary because, as you see, nobody in the middle of the field for the Titans. Oh, it's a screen back into the middle, and well read and well played. Ball's bouncing, and the play is dead. What a great read by number 50, Krulikowski.
That was. He stood his ground and has gone up against the bigger Lennon, and he's able to just basically stop it.
Krulikowski defeats the block by number 60.
He beat the block. You know, that was the thing. He beat the block. That block's got to be made if you're Guertin.
So loss on the play, a 3rd down and 5. That could have been a 6 maybe. That could have been a lot worse for Guertin because that ball was juggled a little bit.
It was a good call, but you know what? I would have done the single wing.
2 backs in the backfield. McDonough, 2-step drop from the gun, fires a timing route. It's going to be 4th down based on my view. Oh, we'll see. Maybe first. No,
I don't think it's a first.
Nope. No, it is based on where the referee is. They just moved. They're calling to move the sticks.
Really?
Yep.
I don't see that at all. Let's see it. Caught it at the 43. Szymanski, I believe.
Well, a protest might be filed by the Federation, but until that time, it is a 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. There is no Federation, folks. Don't email anybody. Don't call anybody. I'll give you Tom King's cell phone.
I was talking to someone the other day, and I'll tell you this after this play.
Here's
the wing.
And it's, again, yields huge yards. Give
A.J.
Holmes, and I'd be interested to see what you got for Holmes.
7-yard gain
on the yardage.
I haven't kept it this half. So, I mean, I have kept it, but I have to add it up. I haven't kept it by the play, which I used to do.
But he was close to, 9 yards a carry in the first half?
Yeah, he was 3 for 28.
2nd down and short. We'll see if they dial up a deep play here. North bailing on the corners, not a bad look. A now route again, or excuse me, Coach Lorendi, a hitch route to number 5.
I thought that was going to break into the middle, and it never did. And I think it was a good tackle. I'm not sure who made it. It might have been Peters. No. It was Torres.
Could have been Barry.
I think it was number 2, Torres, right? Is he out there?
Is that John Barry Jr.? Torres is out there. He may have made
Torres
the play.
may have made it. I'm not sure. I just missed watching.
Yeah, I think it was Torres.
Yeah, yep.
Franco was on the reception. He's limping just a little bit. But they'll move the sticks here. So a penalty,
face mask penalty. Wow.
On the Titans. So
wow.
It's been a relatively clean second half until that. That might be the first penalty of the second half. Clock is running, 4 minutes to go in regulation here. McDonough barking signals. Has Twins to the top and bottom of the formation. The F is to his right. Here comes the pressure, and they wrap him up. He gets away the first time, but Krulikowski comes on a blood stunt and gets him on the second one.
And the key is hold on to the ball if you're McDonough. Don't worry about the loss right now. Hold on to the ball. So you lose what? I think they lost 8 yards.
The initial pressure came off the edge here, and it looked like it was 51 again on the original pressure.
in the 4th quarter.
It was Smith in the original pressure. Krulikowski cleaned it up. He came clear, cloudy or clear. He saw clear, he took off. Taking a shot deep on the wrong guy deep. He's got him again, and that play's been open all night long. The pump fake to number 1, the corner out to number 2. And they finally completed it, Tom. It's been there all night, Connor Lennon.
Yeah, and the other number 8, Bozak was in coverage. He slammed the turf, but you know what? He made a good play in a way. Why?
Well, he
made the tackle because Lennon looked like he was just going to turn and go in.
And the hardest pass to complete in football is anywhere outside the numbers. So,
yep.
You know, that's a tough play to complete, but it was only a matter of time before Guertin connected on one of them. All right, the wing is to the right. Tight I formation in the backfield behind McDonough, split end to the left. And here comes the pitch on the counter, and it's going to be number 27 again, A.J. Holmes.
And you know
again,
what? I go with that. I keep going with that single wing play.
Well, here's what we need to look at now, Tom. You have 2:30 to go and counting. It is a 1st and goal.
And they only have
Nashua North defense.
and only one timeout.
But I'm thinking more the Nashua North defense. What is the strategy you employ here? Because they could have the ball. They're going to have the ball at worst for 4 straight downs. You're going to eat up a ton of clock here.
Right.
You have to go for it on 4th down if there is such a thing. Here's the tight wing again. Nashua North has to start thinking about their timeouts.
Let's see what they do.
I formation, the direct handoff on the ISO to number 12.
That time it stopped. It
Sam
stopped about
Fayed,
the 2.
But the clock is running.
Right.
So your Nashua North, Tom, you have 2 timeouts. What do you do? 2nd down and goal from the 3, and you'll see Guertin in no hurry.
1:40 to play as the clock goes tick-tock.
And the point I tried to make earlier, Tom, was it's 1st down, and you're going to use all 4 downs.
And I'm telling you, I do that same single wing play again, and I don't think they're going to. I think they're spreading.
They are.
No, they are.
Wing.
Yep. All right, let's see it.
And there's only one guy. Oh, from the backside, chasing him down. That's a huge play by number 2, Jonathan Torres.
That's a great play. Torres makes the tackle, and that time they stop it.
Timeout Nashua North. So a great job. We call that a drive stunt. A drive stunt is a D-gap stunt off the edge by the corner. And or the outside backer. And that came off the D-gap right off the end wing side. What happened is they try to block out and they don't get to the man. Torres runs clear of the block.
And anytime one of those plays doesn't work for BG, they go back to the pass. So I'm expecting a throw here. Because
it was a great play by Torres to chase the wing. The wing's getting the ball on the sweep.
That's the play of the game.
So far, we know there's going to be at least a play here, maybe 2, as Guertin has to go for it on 4th down if they don't get it here. Now, they only have 1 timeout left. Each team only has 1 timeout left. Trips to the bottom of the field.
Yep, see now they
tight
spread
end to the right.
So
the strength is to the left.
So they got out of that formation because it
One
didn't work.
step now route.
No.
He's going to the corner. And it's incomplete.
And there's no replay, folks, so don't even think about it.
We're going to watch it on ETV, and they can't believe it. Connor Lennon can't believe it.
Well, I thought he bobbled it. So let's see. Did he bobble it? Oh, why is this stopping? All right, there we go.
And timeout called by the Cardinals.
He did bobble it.
Yep.
It is not a catch.
It's not a catch.
Great job by Pete Johnson on the replay. He was bobbling it. For those of you watching at home, it was close. They're going to say, did he get the feet down? If he did, they were still bobbling it.
This is a game and a half.
Wow. So it's going to come down to this play, Tom, because Bishop Guertin can only stop the clock 1 time.
But you know what?
Here's the replay again. We're seeing it from where we sit. Not sure what the fans are seeing at home.
From the back. Let's see. Good angle. Let's see.
Bobble. That left foot is the key, Tom. Is it on the line?
You got to get.
Rich McDonough says, yeah, it was.
You got to
he
get.
Did complete the catch,
right?
But the left foot was
still
on the
line.
end line.
Yep.
It was that close. However, there's still a play to go here, fans. Can you believe it? I'm losing my voice.
Yes.
You're happy. This is a great moment for you.
Here we go. All right. Again, another spread formation, which I just don't think
Double slot. They're stacked
works.
on the top side. You're going to get a slant route from number 1. Here it comes. Another fade. This time, it's intercepted. It's intercepted in the end zone.
Wow.
It is Luke Peters.
And Peters does it. Both sides of the ball.
Peters in fantastic coverage. It's going to be a touchback. Ball's going to go to the 20.
That'll be a touchback.
Wow.
What a game.
Unbelievable. With
BG can stop the clock once, but that is going to do it.
With 1:03 left.
And the crowd on the far side, the bench on the far side is going absolutely bonkers.
Incredible. Wow.
So that's the play you wanted. You went back to it. And Luke Peters just finds the ball.
Well, that's just it. They went back to it, but the pass wasn't high. It was too low, and Peters was able to turn around and make the pick.
All right, Titans first.
I mean, the height advantage was unbelievable.
This message in from Ducky and from Keith Richard. They both say they're going to the fridge, Tom.
Yep.
They both said they're going to the fridge, so I don't blame them.
Do it.
Loss of 5 on the play. First down, second down and 15.
So you can hear the crowd on the BG sideline. The student section is going ballistic. It has been another outstanding game here from Stellos Stadium as Canaway takes a knee on Blackout Cancer Night from Nashua.
All right, Jason Roby, I'm going to the fridge.
Tom King is heading down.
Actually, the Stellos fridge down on the field.
There he goes, Tom King, the best in the business. He's heading down, and that is going to do it, and it's going to go final here in 14 seconds as the North players kind of storm the field around the 50. 7 seconds to go. North is going to come out on top of this one, 21-17. And what a hard-fought game by both teams. BG had a chance to come out on top there at the end, coming up just short. Nashua North making a great play. You'll see the last play here on replay. McDonough, two-step drop, throws one up. Luke Peters turns and makes the play of the game, an interception, and he is fired up. His teammates celebrate with him in the end zone. What a fantastic game by both of these teams. Next week is Battle of the Bridge Week, Nashua North, Nashua South here at Stellos Stadium, but we're going to try to soak this one in first. Great job by both teams, both coaching staffs. You know, it's a great high school football game in a year where there have been so many blowouts. These two teams come out here and just a slugfest back and forth. Nashua North coming out on top with their backs on their own goal line. We want to thank everybody for coming tonight to support Blackout Cancer. It is the Blackout Cancer football game that Bishop Guertin has done over the last 3 years. And we want to stomp out childhood cancer. We want to thank Miss Evelyn, our 5-year-old from Amherst, for coming out and doing the coin toss at the beginning of the game. Wish her and her family the best, and so happy to see you here celebrating this game with us. From Stellos Stadium, from my partner Tom King, our executive producer Pete Johnson, Dylan Get to the Chopper Smith on the moving pictures. My name is Jason Roby, signing off. Your final once again, Nashua North 21, Bishop Guertin 17. Take care, everybody.